Yo, welcome back to another video. I am going to tell you everything that you need to know for the MapleStory next update. If you have no idea what's going on, last night in the Korean MapleStory server, they had a huge showcase for the upcoming next event that we will get in GMS probably in June of 2025. So we're going to go over every single massive announcement that they did. I want to hear what you guys think about this update in the comments as well. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it underwhelming? Maybe it was too much. Who knows? Definitely let me know in a comment. I'll give my final thoughts on the update as well, but I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about what's coming. Keep in mind that some of the details are not fully revealed yet because this type of stuff takes a while as more and more people start playing the game and more data is compiled. But let's get right into it. Obviously, if this video helps you out, make sure to subscribe and pull up to the Twitch stream where we live reacted to this and stayed up all night for this. So sorry if I look crazy. We stayed up all night to try and get all this information out as quickly as possible. So the first massive thing that they announced is that the third and fourth mastery cores are going to be coming out, which means that all the mastery cores for every single class for their 6th job are complete. So every single class is getting a huge damage increase across the board. They have these sick animations that we're playing. I have a whole video dedicated just to talking about what all the masteries are, but of course join every single class Discord if you're not in it, because there's going to be way more discussions there and probably more details on whether or not the masteries are good or not. Some classes got some really big stuff. Like in my opinion, I think Corsair, Cadena, Kali got some really big stuff, and then some classes didn't get so much. Like I don't think Night Lord really got that much. I don't think Dawn Warrior really got that much from this. We'll have to see, and we'll have to wait until we get all of the numbers, because keep in mind that some masteries can boost other skills than just the skill that they say that they're boosting. Like for example, Shadow's Maso Explosion Mastery also boosted Assassinate a little bit. So even if you think it's just like, oh, only mobbing skills, there might be hidden passives on these skills that boost your bossing skills too. But the whole point of this, they were saying that they wanted to just make everybody a lot stronger and make them able to clear the bosses a lot faster. Now the next thing that they announced is a brand new boss. This boss is probably going to be for level 290 plus, so it's a hyper endgame content. Let me know how you feel about that. It's a new boss called Baldrix. Again, one of Darkmoor's minions, apostles, or whatever, and it's set to be the hardest boss in the game. So there has been more endgame content. They said that the endgame content there's not enough of it, so they were focusing on that part of the game as well, which to me, I think is kind of crazy, but keep in mind that that's the Korean server. The Korean server is very different than ours, so they focus on what's best for them. Now, Baldrix drops a brand new item, a brand new pendant that's part of the Brilliant Pitch set. Level 250 pendant has crazy stats. Brilliant Pitch set is the set that's higher than Pitch Boss. And now there is a 2-set Brilliant set, which gives 20 all-stat, 20 attack, and 15 boss. The next massive change that they announced was towards Genesis Liberation. Now, to me, I found this incredibly shocking. So they were saying how the Genesis Liberation used to be this really big deal. When you liberated, it was like a super endgame thing. It was really hard to do. But now that's not the case. Almost everyone in the room with them was liberated, and it became super easy. Liberation was almost like a early mid-game thing these days. So what they're doing is they're creating a brand new weapon called a Destiny weapon, which is the brand new endgame item that upgrades from your Genesis weapon, and it upgrades in tiers. So it's going to take a long time to fully upgrade from a completed Genesis weapon to a completed Destiny weapon, but they made it so that there's different tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and every single time you complete a tier, it massively upgrades your Genesis weapon. So the first tier of missions, they didn't exactly explain 100% how the missions work. They just said that they're going to have missions, so we don't know what boss difficulty, solo, or what conditions there are, but they said that the conditions are going to be fun and unique. They're not going to be the same as the Genesis Liberation ones. So the first tier for the Destiny weapon, you would have to do the mission for Saren, Kalos, and Kaling, and level of the item would go from 200 to 250. The stats would be increased depending on what they were, like the flame and pot, whatever that means, to be honest with you. And then they show what the weapon looks like in the middle. To be honest, it kind of looks like Fafnir weapons. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like Fafnir weapons. And then the second tier is Limbo, Baldrix, and then a new third boss that's going to be coming out in the future that will even further upgrade the Destiny weapon. Now, another insanely massive thing that they did is they are shortening the Genesis liberation time. So right now it takes 8 months no matter what, and they're changing it so that it takes at the fastest 3 months. Now, I don't know if this means it takes 3 months for every single player, but at the fastest it takes 3 months, which is insane. We should have had this a little while ago in my opinion, but I'm so glad that we finally have it now, because now you can liberate your characters so easily. 3 months is nothing. They also changed the way you liberate. So instead of having to clear Black Mage every single month so that it's 8 months long, all you have to do is clear the bosses, and there's a new thing called like darkness points or something that you can collect by clearing daily and weekly bosses. And once you get 1,000 of that darkness aura, you clear the mission. So they said that they wanted more people to liberate, not just people who are strong enough to like solo Black Mage or have to fund to like a Black Mage party and beyond. All you have to do, I believe, is clear Black Mage just once and then clear the missions, and you could get the darkness aura really quickly. And at the fastest, it would take 3 months to liberate. The next thing they announced is a brand new content to the game called Champion Union. So Champion Legion. Basically how it works is there's going to be this new tab in Legion. It starts at AK Legion, and the gist of it is you can choose up to 6 characters. You start off with 2. You can unlock more though, and you can enhance those characters and make them stronger through missions that you could do on your main or missions on those characters. So instead of having to just fund your characters with meso, nodes, and everything, you could do this as well to make them even stronger, which is really, really good, to be honest with you, because this is going to make like 260 plus mules much more common in the game and a lot easier to fund. So for example, on your main, if you wanted to unlock more and more slots, you'd have to clear like Hard Lotus, Hard Vihilla, Black Mage, Hard Saren, Normal Callus, and you'll unlock more slots and be able to have more characters inside of the Champion Legion. These are the stats that you can get for your characters: 15% crit damage, 30 attack, 30 all stat, 30% IED, and 30% boss damage. So that's a lot. That's like really massive stats that you can get on top of your mules to make them way stronger. This is kind of going to be like a new monthly content called Dragon's Lair, where you can use these Legion champion characters to fight different dragons, and it kind of moves up in floors like Dojo, and you get a lot of rewards from doing it. There's a lot of different buffs that you can get from those rewards as well, like all stat, XP, IED, boss damage, etc. And you get to choose them too. Now, the next thing they announced is a lot towards the interactive world. They're unifying all of the auction houses across all interactive, well, not interactive, Reg Server for KMS. So that's probably going to happen to interactive for us, but they're unifying all of the auction houses so that the economy is just one economy and there's not differences between the servers. It's the same for the meso markets too. All of the meso markets are going to be unified in one. What's really sick is they added kind of like a skill sequence UI. So you can press one button to activate like 12 skills all at once. And they said that it's almost instantaneously. So it's not like I have to go through every single animation of every single skill. And it's basically like you're pressing the skills one by one. It's like all at once. And the idea behind this is they don't want people to keep mashing their keyboards to like burst properly. They want people to just pop their buffs and go. Focus on the boss mechanics, and they don't have to worry about pressing every single buff in the exact perfect sequence at the exact same time and have lag and all this stuff, which I think is amazing, because certain classes like Bowmaster, for example, they have so many things that they have to press, and now they can just press it all at once and immediately go. So this is also a pretty big damage increase for every single class. Even though it's not directly impacting numbers, the fact that you can get your burst out much faster and more efficiently is a damage increase. Now, they also added a lot of like quality of life and like new things to the game. So they made it so that Monster Park Extreme is a weekly now, and you could do it on 2 characters. They buffed the XP times 5, so you could do it on 2 characters, and it's weekly. They also changed it so that you could do epic dungeons on 2 characters now as well. So like High Mountain, but you could do it on 2 characters now instead. They made a new item that makes it so that if you have max Soul Erda, you can use it to make like VIPs, like VIP boosters to get even more XP, and you could transfer Soul Erda to other characters. Quest UI got updated, map and mini map got updated as well. They made it so that titles can have a different effect and visual, so you don't have to like anvil titles or anything anymore or get a custom title. You could have like an aesthetic title and metal, but it also has the best in slot stats. And then the Arcane River story gets remastered as well. So this is what it looks like: Quest UI, map, metal, and title being able to be customized. Arcane River UI. They added a Legion solver so that you don't even need like the Legion solver website or any calculators to help solve it in. It's just part of the Legion. Like you could just select the areas and it just automatically fills in the blocks most efficiently for you, which is huge for new players. Or anyone, to be honest with you. They added an app that allows you to like buy and trade items and look at everything that you have, so you could just do it on the phone now. Next thing they announced is something called like Midnight Star Festival, which is the event map and the event concept for this event. The concept is the Darmor apostles are holding a festival together. But the rewards are really good. So one of the new things that they're adding is they're adding a kind of like almost tutorial or like guide for new players, so that when you start the game all the way to 260, you will get rewards. This is not like part of hyperburning. Like this is just a new thing for like new players, so that when you get rewards as you're leveling up, it makes it easier to progress. So it's not just like you're thrown at 260 and you don't have any rewards. So every single time you reach some milestone, you get a bunch of stuff along the way. They added brand new NX sets for a lot of the bosses, so you can look like Dark Nell or Vihilla, Limbo, all that stuff. Even the MPE boss, which I think is super silly. And these are the massive rewards from the event. You could see there's Pen of the Spirits, nodes, flames, vouchers, symbols, a lot of stuff. Transcendent potions, 3x coupons. This event works exactly like the current event, where all you have to do is kill 6,000 mobs a week and press the check-in 5 times a week. So it's super easy to do. It's not like anything taxing. It's not like you have to do crazy dailies. All you have to do is just check in and kill 6,000 mobs total a week. And then the next crazy thing that they're doing is they're improving hyperburning. So right now how hyperburning works is every time you get a level, you get another 2 levels. So you gain 3 levels every single time you level up, right? But now it's going to be you gain 4 levels every time you level up. So every single time you level, you get 5 levels total. So every single time you level, you get to a brand new region. So 200, you level up once, you're 205, you're in Reverse City. You level up once again, you're 210, you're in Choo Choo. You level up once again, you're in Yum Yum. Again, you're in Latch. So this way you can speed blitz all the way to 260. So this is going to be called Hyperburning Max. You also get 2 Hyperburning Maxes for any character that you want to. And there are rewards that come with the Hyperburning Max, of course. They're creating a new world called Challenger World, which we don't know if we're going to get here. But basically the Challenger World has a lot of effects and rewards that make it easier to do your burning characters. They have challenges that are based off of you hitting a certain level or you clearing a bunch of bosses, and you could get coins when you do that and rewards. And then you can use those coins to buy a lot of stuff like enhancement scrolls, flames, and other stuff. They also created this new item, this like fat extreme growth potion that basically instantly gets you to 200. So you can get 20 of these that instantly get you to 200, and you instantly get 4K Legion. Now, obviously, I don't know if we're going to get this in our server, but they created this item, which is insane for the Korean MapleStory server at least. So this is like what the entire timeline looks like. We're going to start with the mastery cores, and then we have all of our burnings, and then the new boss comes out, and the destiny weapon is the last part. Liberation gets shortened first, and the destiny weapon release comes out much later. There's also item burning that's coming out, and what's cool about the item burning is that you can put it on any character. It doesn't have to be on a new character only too. But that's about it for this update. Let me know what you think about it. There's a lot to look forward to. Personally, for me, I think it's a good update, but not like a super amazing one. That's just the way I feel about it. There is a lot to look forward to. I love the liberation changes. I love the new hyper burning, the max burning. The new destiny weapon coming out is super cool too. But the reason why I feel like it's not super hype for me is I felt like I just wanted one more thing, one more super big thing, like a boss remaster or a new class or a class remaster, something like that. Like it just needed like one more big thing for the update to be like amazing for me. The masteries are cool, but I feel like masteries are kind of just like, they're not too unique, if that makes sense. Like if it was a new skill, then it would be like completely unique to each class, but masteries, it just feels like you're still playing the same class. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to have the feeling of like I'm playing something different than I played before, but it is what it is. It's all good. I think this update overall is good, but it wasn't super amazing for me personally. Not to be a doomer. I mean, obviously I'm still excited. I'm going to have so much content about all of this stuff, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Obviously subscribe if this video helped you out. I stayed up all night trying to get all these videos out and get all information, so I'm tired as hell, but all good though. Thank you so much for watching. Pull up to the Twitch. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much to my members: Blazefire, Shooms, Shagad, Ravi Espa, Koga, Piconir, Skittles, Dante Victory, CK, J, Blunt Poppy Supreme Oil Backwards, Vampiric X, Fresh and Juicy, Assassin, and Migu. I appreciate you guys so much, and shout out to everyone who submitted fan art. If you always want to submit fan art, it's in the Discord linked below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.